At a mass rally in Istanbul Saturday, Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan stepped up his support of Hamas, declaring again that Hamas is not a terrorist organization, but a liberation movement. The Turkish leader went on to warn that Turkey may come in the night to Gaza, with the crowd chanting to send the Turkish military. In response to Erdogan's statements, Israel has recalled its diplomats from Turkey, setting back the country's newly restored diplomatic relations.
I think such statements basically symbolize that the rapprochement is over. I think that's quite clear, that this normalization process that started in 2022 is now over.
Last month in New York, Erdogan met for the first time with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. In the aftermath of Hamas's attack on Israel, Erdogan initially toned down his rhetoric as he sought to play a mediating role. But with Ankara appearing to be diplomatically sidelined, Erdogan stepped up his public support for Hamas.
He decided that it doesn't make any difference for his regional role, so he could play the domestic game instead of a futile attempt to be a mediator in this conflict.
With opposition parties in Turkey protesting nationwide against Israel's Gaza assault, Erdogan's escalating rhetoric is also seen as an attempt to avoid being politically outflanked and to keep his religious base on his side. But in a gesture to his Western allies, the Turkish leader last week sent to Parliament a bill for the ratification of Sweden's NATO membership, which Turkey has been delaying. Some experts claim Erdogan is seeking to perform a balancing act.
There he plays for the public, the local electorate and the Muslim populations, and he's also giving something to the West with Sweden's NATO membership. But I don't think that would work that way, because he's making very, very fiery statements, bashing the US, bashing Israel. It's going far beyond that. It's advocating Hamas.
With Israeli forces stepping up their offensive in Gaza, experts say Israel has been measured in its response to Erdogan, with the priority being containment of the conflict.
Israel doesn't need to add to the current tense situation with its neighbors, also tensions with Turkey. So I think the Israeli government will do all its best not to enter into direct confrontation with Turkey. Yes, it will listen to the rhetoric very carefully, and it will see what Turkey does.
As the conflict escalates, Turkey's Western allies have largely ignored Erdogan's rhetoric. But some experts warn his words of support of Hamas are unlikely to be forgotten. Dorian Jones, VOA News, Istanbul.